What's going on Facebook? Wait a couple of minutes for some more people to jump on. Just want to give you a quick update. Make sure that you share this video. I'm going to give you a quick update about what's going on with me. I'll wait a few seconds, about a minute or so for more people to jump on. End of the first day of treatment, so just wanted to give you an update. So I'll wait I see more people jumping in. I'll wait more seconds, a few more seconds for more people to jump in. All right, so most of you all probably won't see this live, and I usually don't do like a true live. I usually record a video and send it out, but I wanted to give just a couple of quick updates, what's going on with me. First, let me just thank everyone. I didn't get a chance to do this, but to thank everyone for all your prayers, for those who are joining in every morning, at least Monday through Friday. I've been doing on the weekend with the Fight Club. Just allowed me to post some prayers that I pray through in the morning, and even just some prayers that many of you told me have been encouraging to you. So thank you for joining me with that over the last, I guess, 3 weeks now. So, and I'll get back to this, but I'm not sure now that I have my treatment schedule if I'll be able to keep that up. So what I want to encourage you to do is you can go on your page and just post a quick prayer or a scripture. Just make sure that you hashtag it with those hashtags that I've been using. Hashtag pray for Pastor Lamar, hashtag Faith Fight Club. That way I can find the prayers and the scriptures, and if there's a song or something that really encourages you, I can go on and find those so that it can be encouraging to me. So as of right now, I'm going to try to keep that up, but I have now a set schedule for my treatment, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. So again, thank you all for your prayers, for me standing with me and my family during this time. It's definitely meant a lot. One of the things that I sort of have rediscovered about this whole thing is the idea of community and understanding how important it is, especially during a time where we can't connect with that we would normally connect. I know that I have many people in my church that I haven't physically laid my eyes on since March, and that's been a challenge. And so if nothing else, is just reinforcing the need for community. And so I thank you all for showing up strong, being our community. My wife and I are talking about this, man. People all the way from Chile to Australia to noon in Atlanta, Texas, all over the country and even all over the globe that have been reaching out, praying with us, standing with us. So we definitely appreciate that. So just keep a lookout on all my pages. I'm going to try to keep the Fight Club going, but if you don't see anything from me, feel free to post your own prayer on my behalf. I certainly welcome all of those prayers, need all those prayers. Just make sure that you hashtag it with those 2 hashtags that I've been using the last 3 weeks so I can find them, so that they can be things that I can go to encourage me. So today was the first day of treatment. And so for those who haven't been able to sort of follow along since being diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, it hasn't necessarily been a straight line the way that I would have liked it to be. For those who know me well, I like things to go from A to B. But there was a lot of appointments. There was some difference of opinion about course of treatment. And so we sought out several opinions, and it weighed heavily on the side of doing treatment first versus one opinion of doing surgery first. And so, long story short, after going through that process, we decided to transfer all my care over to the WinShape Cancer Institute at Emory. And so I finally got in a week and a half ago to see all of my doctors. I got surgeon, medical oncologist, and a radiation oncologist, and a pharmacist. I was able to get in to see all of them, and they set all the treatment up. And so I started today. Today was the first day. So for this first round, I have 6 weeks or 28 treatments, radiation treatments. And I'm also doing chemotherapy orally. There's pills that were sent to my house. And so I take those in the morning and then take them again in the evening on the days that I do radiation. I don't have to do them on the days that I don't do radiation. So basically Monday through Friday, with the exception of next week, because next week is Thanksgiving. So there'll actually be a treatment on Sunday through Wednesday. And so I started that today. I feel good. A lot of people have been asking me who've known that I started today. I feel good. A little bit tired, but I don't think it has anything to do with the medication or the treatment. I think it probably has more to do with waking up in the middle of the night to take Gracie out to potty, because I'm still potty training her. So the doctor said I probably won't start feeling the side effects till like week 3. And so right now I feel good. I do now have a schedule, which is great for me, because those who know me know I need consistency. I need routine. And so now I know that my schedule is going to be Monday through Friday, 9:15, getting my radiation treatments, which, by the way, doesn't take very long at all. Probably 10, 15 minutes. It takes longer to get me set up on the machine than it does actually do the treatment. So that's just a good time. If you don't see me post anything in the morning, I'll probably be getting ready to drive down to Emory. For those who know, I live in Noonan. My family live in Noonan. So it's probably about a good 35, 40-minute drive, depending on traffic. But you do know I'll be there at 9:15, so that's a great time for you to stop and pray. I certainly would appreciate that. And that's every day, Monday through Friday. We don't have treatment on the weekend. And so that's just a quick update so that you know what's going on with me. That'll go on for 6 weeks. Actually, the total number of treatments is 28. So 1 down today, 27 more to go. After that, then I'll have to do infusion therapy, which is when they do the chemo, like normally you see on movies or television shows, where you sit there and they run it intravenously. But there'll be a little bit of break in there, and then I'll have that for 4 months. Then we'll reassess, restage the cancer, and see if surgery is necessary. If it is, then we'll go ahead and do surgery. Really, really feel good about the medical team that we have at Emory. They're some of the best at what they do. And so I feel really good and comfortable with their plan, and they've been great so far. Everybody there has been great. So some of you have been asking like how you can help. You can either go to my page, my wife's page, or for those who are members and partners of Tri-Cities Church, you know, on the newsletter, there's always a link that you can go to, and I'll post it in the comments, that the wonderful people at our church, Tri-Cities Church, set up so that you can get updates, but also if there's a way that you want to be of help. Some of you have reached out and asked, how can I help? I'll put that link in there, and they're sort of organizing all of that for us, man. One thing I can say about Tri-Cities Church, man, they're just great people, and they've been taking great care of my family and I. And so they're sort of taking care of that, and I'll make sure that you get a link to that so that you can find out however you want to help, if that's something that you feel called or led to do. couple more things before I jump off. I don't want to take up a lot of your time. One of the things I'm excited about, even though I'm on sabbatical and not sure when I'm going to return to the pulpit, but we have something really cool that we do at Tri-Cities Church every year called Big Give. Big Give is where you take up one huge offering and give it away. And so last year we did a tremendous job raising almost $10,000 over our goal. Our goal last year was 22,000. We raised just right around 32,000. We were able to bless Crossroads Foster Care and Adoption. We put some seed money for our special needs program at Tri-Cities Church. And then also the food program that we're running now, helping around 80 to 100 families every week with COVID. We were able to put some seed money down for that, not knowing what was going to happen in March. And so this year, I'm excited that our big give is we're partnering with RIP Medical Debt. And so for those of you who don't know what RIP Medical Debt is, I encourage you to Google it. So our goal at Tri-Cities Church is to raise this year 30,000, which represents roughly about 10% of outstanding medical debt in Fulton County. So we really want to be a blessing to the people in our community by dedicating our Big Give offering this year to help some of the people who are being crushed by outstanding medical debt, people who are 2 times below the poverty line. And it's a great opportunity for us. That 30,000 translates to somewhere around $3 million. Where we imagine that a church our size, we're not a mega church, we're not a large church, but man, we got some mega givers and great generous people. We want to be able to bless our community. And so I bring that up because if you're not a part of Tri-Cities Church, there will be a way for you to also jump in and contribute to that, especially if you follow us all over the country, all over the world. Many of you say that you consider Tri-Cities Church your church, even though you're not able to physically join us. And so be on the lookout for that on our webpage, Facebook page. It's a great opportunity. And to just give what you can. I always challenge our church: don't give what you don't have, give what you do have. So make the sacrifice. It's over and above our regular giving, but just know that that money is going to help a lot of people in the county that surrounds our church to get free of some medical debt that has been weighing them down. And of course, there's all sorts of ramifications of that. And so last thing I just want to share, I've been sort of thinking through some things. So let me just share this with you. Most of y'all know that I write. I have a new book coming out, shameless plug. It drops February 9th. So I've done a lot of work in disability, but also in just understanding how we navigate trials and circumstances that affect our physical bodies. And so there's something cool. I don't know if you realize this, but the book of Galatians, Paul actually talks about the way that he came to preach to the Galatians was by way of an illness. So if you look in Galatians chapter 4, he talks about it as because of this physical illness that he had. That's the only reason why he even came. I think he was trying to travel somewhere else, but because he fell ill, he had to stop. And so he began to preach to them. And we know that Paul dropped some jewels in Galatians. That's where he tells us about our freedom in Christ. He tells us, there's no slave nor free, man or woman, no Jew or Gentile. We're all the same. That's in Galatians. And Paul says all that came to him as a result of him having to go through this trial. So I want to just leave you with this, because this is what I've always known, but I'm learning, and this may be an encouragement to you, that sometimes our trials are actually the transaction for some of the greatest truth that we'll ever understand about God. Paul, in time where he was facing some physical trials, and he even goes on to say that they received him well, even though most people would have considered him to be a burden because of his physical ailments. He even goes on to say that some of you would have even given me your eyes. We believe that Paul had some eyesight problems, because he says that most of the people there loved him so much they would have even given him their own eyes if they could. But he does say that his preaching to the Galatians, to the church in Galatia, came by way of this physical challenge that he was having. And so let me just leave you with this. This is what is sort of being reiterated to me. Maybe it'll be encouragement to you. Sometimes God's best truths come to you in the times of your worst trial. And so, even though this is not something that I would have wanted, I do feel like I'm learning more about myself, about community, about God, because sometimes God's best truths are delivered to you in the face of your worst trial. And so let that be an encouragement to you that sometimes your trial is actually a transaction to more truth about God, about you, and about faith. So that's it. Just drop something in the comments if you have any questions about what's going on. I try to make sure that you know what's going on. I'll put down in the comments a link to the site that our church set up, and you can, as you feel led, do whatever God places on your heart. If you feel like you want to be of some sort of help to our family during this time, family's good. The new puppy's good. We're great, and so I feel good right now. Keep praying, and we will check in with you and keep you updated. Peace.